Welcome to your lower body strength workout. All right, we are going to do a deadlift today, 8 deadlifts to be exact. So I'm going to demonstrate this with a kettlebell in a second, but if you have a barbell, load it up, start low with just like 55 pounds and give it a try, and you can gradually increase from there. So I want to kind of show you here that I'm rolling that barbell. It's like in line with where I tie my shoes, like where the kind of knot would be. It's really close to my shins. As I sit back, I'm feeling kind of the tension in my hamstrings. You know, notice I just pointed at my shins there. I want your shins close to vertical. Spine is straight. Set your lat. So pull your shoulder blades down and you're in together, okay? From there, you're going to exhale and lift the weight. I lift it roughly about to my knees before I open my hips. So hips stay closed and then open as about the time that you get to your knees. Squeeze the glutes right there. We don't want to over squeeze where we extend at the top. And you really have to engage your core here. You'll see I'm showing you straight spine and tight core, because if your core gets lazy here, that's when we have a tendency to round at the spine. So take a look there. I don't open my hips until the barbell gets right about to my knees. I'm going to link to a full deadlift tutorial for you. So if you're not quite sure about a deadlift, you can take a look at that and kind of walk yourself through it. Now, if you don't have a barbell, you can do these with a kettlebell. I would recommend having a heavier kettlebell on hand to do kettlebell deadlifts. Something like 44 to 70 some pounds. You won't probably use that for a swing, but you could use it for kettlebell deadlifts and you can use it for farmer carries, and it will be a really effective tool to have in your toolbox. So if you're looking for another piece, grab that. So same thing, hinge forward at the hips, sending your hips back first, feeling the tension in your knees. Tension in your hamstrings. You have to bend your knees a little bit more in a kettlebell deadlift than you do in a barbell, simply because you got to get down to the ground to pick that sucker up. So first hinge at the hips, feel the tension in your hamstrings, and then bend your knees the rest of the way that you have to. But again, keep your core tight on this movement. So you'll have 5 sets of 8, and then you're going to need your resistance band, and you're going to anchor it to something low. So you can see that's probably about 6 inches off the ground. And we have a combo of a banded single leg RDL to a curtsy lunge. So that curtsy lunge, the knee is coming, it's not, instead of straight back behind you, it's kind of in line with your front foot. So you're in kind of a little dancer curtsy position. So the hope here is with these single leg RDLs, you're keeping your hip closed, and you can see I do not do a good job at that. My little hips just want to open right up. So you really have to think about those hips both pointing straight down at the ground. Now, if your balance is crap and you struggle with this, take your shoes off and do it barefoot, because it will help with that. So you have 12 per leg and 3 sets of 12 per leg. We have a little finisher today, is a 30-second farmer carry. So you've got options on these. I want you to do 2 dumbbells or 2 kettlebells, preferably the same weight, and your hips should be forward, your shoulders should be forward, and then just move from on your foot from your heel to your toe. So think to yourself, heel toe, heel toe, heel toe, as you walk forward the entire time. So go a little heavier here. 35 pounds is probably easily doable for you. So you're just gonna set a clock and go for 30 seconds, walking is in whatever space that you have, and then you will go to 15 inclined glute bridges. So get your feet up on a bench, a box, a couple of stairs in your basement, and get your ribs down first. So get in position, pull your ribs down, and then squeeze your glutes to drive them up, being mindful to not hyperextend the spine at the top. So your first option is to do glute bridges just like this, how I'm demonstrating, or if you want to up level it a little bit, you can take a mini resistance band and get it above the knees and really focus on like keeping tension on that band. So your knees are kind of driving out just a little bit. They're not like totally out crazy, but just kind of push into the outside of that resistance band as you drive your hips up. Good luck.